speak through Fox News and let the independents who are tuning into you, let them know what it is that she stands for, the principles behind her positions.
It used to be that new candidates were advised to brush up on the issues so they could handle questions from anyone, even tough questions. The idea behind that was that it prepared you also for actually governing. But now the advice to candidates is only to talk to sympathetic reporters.
We need to start now by electing strong leaders who aren't afraid to shake it up. We need strong, principled leaders, public servants who respect our Constitution.
We need clarity. We deserve answers, so we don't ask the same questions tomorrow.
Good night, Lauren. What do you think she's going to say? Of course she's going to say that. Meanwhile, in leaked excerpts of her new book, America by Heart, Palin takes aim at her grandson's father, Levi Johnston, and reality TV stars. Ironically, since her daughter is now a huge reality TV star. On Levi, Governor Palin writes, "Of course, we all had to bite our tongues more than once as Tripp's father went on a media tour through Hollywood and New York, spreading untruths and exaggerated rhetoric. It was disgusting to watch as his 15 minutes of fame were exploited by supposed adults taking advantage of a lost kid. But we knew him well enough to see how confused he was during that time, and our hearts broke for him and the price he would pay." And her daughter Bristol may be featured on Dancing with the Stars, but Palin bashes another reality show, writing, "On American Idol, these self-esteem enhanced but talent-deprived performers eventually learn the truth. After they've embarrassed themselves for the benefit of the producers, they are told in no uncertain terms that they in fact can't sing. But in the wider world, these kind of instances of hard truth-telling are increasingly rare. Instead of eventually confronting the limits of their inflated egos when it comes to paying the rent and putting food on the table, Americans are increasingly told not to worry about it. Someone else will provide for them." Governor Palin weighing in on American Idol.
What do you think of this? It was another stunning decision last night on Dancing with the Stars as high-scoring singer Brandy and her partner were sent home, much to the shock of the show's audience and their competitors. Despite finishing last, according to judges' scores for a third straight week, Bristol Palin and her partner advanced to the show's finals thanks to the home audience vote. Brandy got all 10s.
I don't watch the show. All I know is that that's good for ABC. Controversy is going to equal bigger ratings for the family.
Yeah, well, a lot of people are saying there's no way it's because Bristol, excuse me, is a good dancer. It's all the support she has of her mom.
Bristol Palin and Dancing with the Stars. Yes, Bristol, could she have survived another round despite again having the lowest scores? What's going on here? Controversy? Conspiracy? There are a lot of theories floating out there. Brandy, she got all the good scores. It came down to Brandy and Bristol. Let's see that.
Brandy and Max. Which means Kyle and Lacey and Jennifer and Derek will face off against Bristol and Mark for the trophy.
Hear that heavy booing in the ballroom. I watch a lot of Dancing with the Stars. I have not before heard booing. So your finalists, Bristol Palin makes it to the final three with Jennifer Grey from Dirty Dancing and a guy by the name of Kyle Macy. A lot of people saying something's going on here. Voting irregularities. Let's look into it.
Despite multiple reports that she's not very good at dancing, Bristol survived another week on Dancing with the Stars.
Brandy and Max.
Those boos were echoed online by competitive celebrity dancing activists who suspected that the integrity of the show had been compromised by a Tea Party conspiracy to keep Bristol around.
Tea Party Americans, you're winning. Perhaps we are not properly educating our youth in the exceptional nature of America. It's worrisome because this belief in American exceptionalism is something that every new generation has got to make its own if we expect our republic and our liberties to be secure and to live on. For America to survive, we have got to pass this on to that next generation, to the young kids who are here, to the students.
You know, this real America, does it exist, John?
Well, in terms of real American and exceptionalism, look, the most basic thing that people can do in support of a democracy is vote. And we take our votes very seriously. The people of Alaska voted for Sarah Palin, and Sarah Palin quit. Exceptional people don't quit. And I seriously tell my kids this probably 2 or 3 times a week. It's better to lose than to quit. So she can sit there and she can talk about being exceptional. She can talk about better of America. If she were a better person, she would have stood and fought. She chose to check out and to do it to make money. I've got no problem with making money, but that's what she is. She's a reality
I
star.
have a different observation, though. He hears what's going on. That speech, the first 20 minutes, was every vapid cliche strung together. It was complete, almost nonsense.
But let's look a little closer. Hang on just one second. I want to look a little closer in the numbers here at Sarah Palin. Among conservatives, 65% have a favorable rating, 25% an unfavorable rating. Among moderates, 31% favorable, 60% unfavorable. And among independent voters, you can't win the presidency without them, and they were huge in helping the Republicans take back the House, 38% favorable, 45% unfavorable. So she has a problem in the middle of the electorate.
She's extra sassy these days, too.
Yeah.
She's winning. All her mama Grizzlies are winning. And they're busting through that glass ceiling. And the mama Grizzlies are going to Washington, and they're going to flip your picnic table, Dave. You know what I noticed on Fox News last night, though, is on Fox News, they address her as Governor Palin, which is like calling me Dairy Queen employee. I was once, but I quit.
That's right.
There is that point there that somehow Sarah Palin forgets. Oh, well.
Suppose Senator John Doe puts forth a constitutional amendment that would outlaw abortion, even in cases of rape or incest, and he asked you to attend the announcement and support him in that. Would you do it?
I would. Yes, a proposal like that, I would stand by it.
Let's be completely clear about the facts here. There is no place in the world and no time in history where restricting women's reproductive rights makes a people or a nation more free or more equal. These extreme positions on abortion are, without any question, a war on American girls and women, and the fact that there are women who are both complicit and participatory in it is really neither surprising nor unprecedented. It has always been true, and it is incredibly important that we recognize that despite the fact that we can be very proud of these women and as politicians, that the question is, how do women as citizens fare on the other side of them either being elected or not elected?
The new Associated Press poll finds that Sarah Palin is the most polarizing of the potential 2012 Republican presidential candidates. Now, is that news? I don't consider that to be news.